First reason why you feel sleepy even after you sleep for a really good amount of time, like 8, 9, 10 hours, is because you're sleep deprived. You might not realize that you're sleep deprived. You might think like, okay, wait, I sleep long, Kaushi. How am I sleep deprived? It's probably because your body's making up for lost sleep that maybe like a week ago you didn't get. That's why your body sleeps in. Why do you think people sleep in? Does that make sense? Humans are only supposed to sleep for what, 7, 8, 9 hours, right? After that, we just wake up naturally. If you're sleeping in, that genuinely means that you're getting extra sleep. For what reason? It's because you're sleep deprived. When you're sleep deprived, even a slight sleep deprivation makes you sleep in. So on weekends, when you sleep in, that means on the normal weekdays, you are not getting good enough sleep. Think about it mathematically. If on weekends, and you just didn't keep an alarm, on weekends you slept, and then you woke up 3 hours past your normal wake up time, that means your body was way more sleep deprived than you think. You might feel energetic in the weekdays. You might feel like, okay, I'm getting 8 to 9 hours, but I'm still tired, and on weekends I sleep in. How do you fix this? You specifically keep the same wake up time, but go to sleep a little bit earlier. So for example, in my case, let's say I wake up at 6:30. If I want to increase how much sleep I get while making sure I'm still energetic in the morning, I won't change up my wake up time because one, it'll mess up my schedule and everything, and two, I can just extend or like delay, push back when I go to sleep. So for example, I'll go to sleep around, let's just say I go to sleep around 9:30 and I wake up at 6:30. I can just go to sleep around 9 or 8:30 and still wake up at 6:30. This way, even if I don't fall asleep while in bed, it'll ensure that I'm getting the sleep I need. Because even if you're on bed just closing your eyes, it'll at least confirm that, okay, it's not that you're sleep deprived, there's some other reason. But most likely you'll just fall asleep if you just allow your body to like rest and be slowed down and then like fall asleep there. Do this for a couple of nights and your body will sort of calibrate itself to start sleeping 8 to 9 hours again. Remember, the reason why you're sleeping in, the reason why you feel tired even after 9 hours of sleep is purely because you're sleep deprived. It sounds weird, but it's true. The reason why you feel tired is because your body just doesn't want to wake up right now, right? If your body did want to wake up, you wouldn't feel sleepy. The reason why it feels sleepy is because it just wants to go back to sleep. You have to let it sleep for a little bit longer. Now, you can't just sleep in 24/7 because that'll mess up your like sleep-wake timings. So what I would suggest is just go to sleep a little bit earlier and wake up at the exact same time. Number 2, your night routine. If it's blue lights or any bright lights, specifically blue lights, especially after sundown, you're probably gonna ruin your sleep because blue light is kind of, there's some science behind it, but essentially blue light has the same like gamma whatever rays as the sun. To our primal brain, to our brain who can't see, your brain doesn't know what light we're looking at. If it sees a bright enough light, if it's blue especially, it's just gonna think it's daytime or even a little bit of daytime. So it's gonna start waking you up. That's why you can't fall asleep, or even if you do fall asleep, you wake up tired because your brain kind of thinks it's daytime. Now it's not obviously thinking, oh yeah, it's bright as day, let me be awake. It just thinks it's gonna be daytime because of how much light is showing up. But generally, because of the light situation, turn down all the lights. If you can, turn off your overhead lights. You can't see it, but your overhead lights. Use a lamp. I use a lamp. And put the blue light filter on your phone, red light filter, blue light filter on your laptop or computer, and just make sure you don't see that much bright lights, especially blue lights. I got some red shit in my eye, bro. I don't know what that is. I woke up and my eye was just red. It's itchy kinda too, so I'm not touching it, but yeah. Another thing is caffeine close to bed. Caffeine kind of disrupts your sleep. There's a bunch of science behind this, but just understand that the reason why you feel energized while drinking coffee is because it just blocks the receptor that tells your brain that it's sleepy. So there's this thing called, I'll give you some science, there's this thing called adenosine. Adenosine is something that tells your brain that's, okay, it's sleeping time, and it goes up the longer you're awake. That's why the longer you're awake, the more sleepy you get. There's an adenosine receptor, which is kind of like the gateway. So this thing tells the brain that, okay, there's this much adenosine, sleep. When you drink coffee, it kind of blocks it, so you just don't think you're sleepy. Even though you have the adenosine in you, you're still awake because your body just can't detect the adenosine. So when you're going to bed, or at least 6 to 8 hours before bed, stop all caffeine. Tea, coffee, even the slightest bit of caffeine, like a little bit of energy drinks or whatever, don't drink any of that because it's just gonna disrupt your sleep purely because your body just can't fall asleep. I just drink the coffee if I don't really drink coffee, but if you're gonna drink coffee, drink it in like the first 4 or 5 hours of the day, and then the last hours just don't drink anything because caffeine takes a while to leave your system. So if you want to really maximize your sleep and be very energetic in the morning, don't drink that much coffee. I know it's like, okay, if you drink coffee very late before bed, you might feel like, oh, I don't want to do that. All you have to do is just start delaying it every single day. You're not gonna like, immediately finish, like stop drinking coffee entirely. If you drink coffee, let's just say 2 hours before bed right now, make it 3 hours, right? So for example, you go to bed at 10 and you drink coffee at 8. Just make it 7, then from 7 make it 6, then make it 5. Try to bring back the last coffee intake a lot further to the earlier in the day so that you don't really feel that energy boost at the end of the day. Another thing is deep focus tasks before bed. Especially in these night routines, don't do anything deep focused, because when you're focusing on something really specifically, what happens is your brain turns on like the energy mode, so it has to focus on something. When you do that, you just turn your brain on. So you want to make it so that your brain's off. How do you do that? Just don't do anything focused. Even if you're studying, like when I was studying for my exams, what I would do is that I would just stop all the studying by 7:30 p.m. and go to bed at 9. So at least 90 minutes before bed, don't do anything. What I did was I just stopped all studying by 7:30 because I know it's just gonna mess up my sleep. This is how I started going to sleep a little bit earlier and had better sleep, even though I was studying a lot. Last thing is a big meal before bed. Now generally it depends on how good your digestive tract is and how much food you eat, but essentially big meals take a lot of your body's energy to go to sleep. So even if you fall asleep, your body's not in sleep mode because it's digesting a lot of food. You're still active in a sense, like a program is still running in your body, even though you're in sleep mode, so it's not technically asleep. You want to make sure you're at least 30 minutes to 1 hour fasted before bed. This way you can improve the quality of your sleep. I have more videos just like this on my channel. You can click here or you can click subscribe. I'm sick. That's sorry if I sound like I'm really shitty in this video, but I'm really sick. I'm sneezing a lot. I probably cut that shit out. But yeah, bye.